My name is Dave Steen, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to create panic among even the most respected survivalists. Because the story of how me and my family survived one of the most devastating disasters that ever hit America will finally put an end to all the survival lies you've been fed up with. And it will prove once and for all that no matter how much money you have in your bank account or how much you've invested in your survival plan, when it comes to a life-changing moment like this, your life and the life of your innocent child may very well depend on a useless household item like the one in your pocket. Like I said, I'm Dave Steen, and I've been a survivalist for over 30 years. You may have already read my articles on top survival websites, such as The Grey Wolf, Survival Life, and Prepping Plans, or you've seen my warnings on news sites like The Blaze, WND, or Personal Liberty. Being an orphan, I had to make my way through life on my own. Nobody put food on my table, nobody helped me make a living, and nobody protected me from the harsh reality. That's why I've created this video, for all the Americans who are struggling financially, but still want to offer rock-solid protection to their families. So if you've ever thought survival was draining too much money from your pocket, or maybe your family doesn't understand why you waste money on prepping, or even thought about giving up because it was just too expensive, watch this short video until the very end, and you'll discover how a few mind-blowing techniques can slash your prepping costs up to 90% without compromising your survival plan. It's not about the money you invest. It's about what you can do right there, on the spot, with whatever you have on hand. In my case, there were 3 dirt cheap items I could use, and only one of them would save my life and the life of my little niece. It all happened a few years ago. I was in New York right when Hurricane Sandy hit the area. On the 26th of October, the New York governor declared a statewide state of emergency. Panic buying had spread with the speed of light, and New Yorkers were now fighting to get the last loaves of bread and bottles of water, including my brother. You see, my brother and I lived in 2 completely different worlds. He was adopted when he was only 3 years old by a very kind family from New York. Me, on the other hand, I wasn't as lucky. When we finally met 26 years later, we were both blooming young men living a good life, but with completely different backgrounds. That's why when Hurricane Sandy was about to hit New York, I rushed on the first plane there to help out my brother and his family. His naive trust in the government was beyond all imagination. He was convinced that an entire army would be at his disposal of New Yorkers all throughout the disaster. On the other hand, my expectations of governmental help were the lowest of the lowest. And still, somehow, they managed to go way below that, in the most ignorant and ruthless way I've ever seen in my life.